BTS News Today. Everything changes in just seconds. In an entertainment world full of spotlight and secrecy, one sentence from Jungkook, a confession no one ever expected, shakes things up. Armies around the world fell silent, while the global media vied to solve what had really happened. Amid the hustle and bustle of the military, between the responsibility of the state and the voice of the heart, Jungkook stood up and revealed something that even Jimin was not ready to hear. Something that has been kept close. Something that has long been a mystery. But why now? This story begins not from the moment the confession was uttered, but from the moments before it all broke out. When Jimin was still smiling, when communication between them went on as usual. Their closeness has long been the subject of conversation, but no one thought that behind their laughter kept a big secret that has been gnawing at both. Even the other BTS members did not expect that there was such a deep burden carried by Jungkook alone. That day, amid the cloudy weather that enveloped the base where Jungkook served, a voice message was transmitted. It was initially limited to selected armies in the official community, but within minutes, the whole world could hear it. Jungkook's voice sounded heavy, almost like someone was gathering up the remnants of his courage to tell the truth that had been held back for so long. I apologize to everyone, especially you, Jimin Hyun. I shouldn't have hidden this all this time. And as the sentence continues, the world collapses. He talked about their last night together before Jimin left. Jungkook admitted that there was something he had wanted to say for a long time, but he was afraid. Fear changes everything. Fear of loss. But time is no longer on my side. In the confession, Jungkook said that he had harbored unusual feelings for Jimin. Feelings are deep, complicated, and not always easy to understand, even by himself. I don't know what to call it, but I know it's more than just friendship, he said. The media immediately shook the virtual world. Jungkook confesses his love for Jimin, being trending on all platforms, from Twitter, TikTok, to major headlines in Korean and Western media. However, what happened to Jimin was far from what people thought. Instead of being angry or surprised, Jimin was devastated. He was not ready to hear it through the recorded voice. He felt that it should be discussed directly, not become public consumption before they had time to finish both. According to one of Big Hit's staff, who did not want to be named, Jimin had disappeared from communications radar for 2 days. He closed himself off, not replying to messages from the manager or even from the genie who had already left the army and tried to find him. The fans began to worry. Photos of Jimin at the last airport went viral as he was seen wearing an oversized hoodie and sunglasses, as if trying to hide his face full of emotion. But after 2 days, what happened was completely unexpected. Jimin appeared on an unscheduled live broadcast. He sat alone in a small room, with a tired face but calm eyes. He said, "I know you all heard what Jungkook said. I heard it too, and I'm not going to pretend I'm not surprised. But more than that, I feel guilty." The statement sparked a new wave of furor. Jimin then shared that he had always held the same feelings, but he chose to suppress everything because he was afraid of destroying BTS's harmony, afraid of disappointing ARMY, and afraid that he could not bear the consequences. He never imagined that Jungkook would be the one who finally dared to say it first. For him, Jungkook has always been a courageous but also thoughtful dancing. "I cried when I heard that," she said, with tears falling slowly. "But I'm also relieved, because I'm not alone." In a matter of hours, the video was viewed more than 100 million times. Comments flooded in from ARMY around the world, not with hate, but with love. Many voiced support. Some even said that they were proud that both dared to be honest with themselves and with each other. The incident sparked huge discussions in South Korea as well as in other countries. The topic of same-sex love, expression of feelings, and courage to reveal oneself is a hot topic discussed in various talk shows, discussion forums, and educational media. Jungkook and Jimin not only changed the narrative about the relationship between idol members, but also made a huge impact on social discourse. Of course, there was a negative reaction on the part of some. But compared to the love that flowed, the hatred could not penetrate the fortress of solidarity of the multi-million ARMY. Even a number of world stars, from musicians to Hollywood actors, voiced their support on social media. After Jimin's statement, Jungkook uploaded a photo on BTS's community platform. It was a photo of the two of them, taken candidly, sitting side by side with calm faces. She wrote, "I don't know what the future holds, but for the first time, I feel free." and I feel closer to him than ever before." A few days later, the two were spotted together at a private dinner with other BTS members. Jin, RM, and J-Hope are reportedly very supportive of their decision to no longer live in fear or pressure. Even Taeyong, who has been known to be close to the two, said in an interview, "I hope they know that we are all behind them. Love is love. The world of entertainment will never be the same after this." Jungkook and Jimin prove that the courage to be yourself can create unimaginable waves of change. They have not only become musical icons, but symbols of courage and honesty in a world filled with masks and social pressures. What will happen in the future remains a mystery. But one thing is certain: the world saw, and the world has changed because of one simple recognition, which comes from the heart. The days after the confession were a moment of reflection not only for Jungkook and Jimin, but also for the millions of fans and entertainment people who watched from afar. What looks like a storm at the beginning slowly turns into a soothing wind of change. Behind all the speculation, comments, and incessant media attention, there is a silence that prevails between the two of them, a silence that is not out of fear or doubt, but rather out of a depth of feeling that they can finally feel without having to hide anything. According to South Korean media reports, Jungkook was given special permission for 2 days by his military superiors to attend a private meeting with Jimin in Seoul. No camera. There is no public. Only two hearts that had been bound together in silence finally looked at each other in the truth that had been revealed. The staff on guard only said that when they came out of the room, both were crying. There was a long hug. There was a chuckle. There were tears, but not tears of sorrow. It was a cry of relief from two people who had long lived under the pressure of the expectations of the world, and were now given the opportunity to become human beings. A longtime BTS staff member who is known to be close to the two, in an anonymous interview with Japanese media, mentioned that the tension between Jungkook and Jimin has been felt since 2023. They are so close, but there is always an empty space between them. Like there's something to say, but it's always on hold. During the promotion period of BTS's last album before the military break, their interactions were awkward on several occasions. Die-hard fans might think it's just fatigue or pressure, but for those who are really paying attention, their relationship is indeed being tested by a secret that is growing secretly. And now, it's all coming to light. HYB, as their agency, was initially silent. But after encouragement from various parties and support from fans who flooded their official emails with words of love, they finally released an astonishing statement. In the statement, HYB stated, "We support our artists to be the best versions of themselves, on and off the stage. We believe in the power of love, friendship, and courage. Jungkook and Jimin are part of our family, and they will always have our full support." This open stance has been welcomed by LGBTQ+ rights activists in Korea and internationally. Even prominent figures such as French President Emmanuel Macron and Hollywood star Timothée Chalamet tweeted their support for Jimin and Jungkook, calling them icons of courage in the modern era. However, deeper than that, there's something more intimate going on behind the scenes. After that confession in their private meeting, Jungkook wrote a handwritten letter which was later uploaded by BTS official fan base. In the letter, Jungkook wrote, "I don't know if the world will forgive me for saying it all, but I just know I can't help it anymore. I have loved in silence, and I am tired of pretending. Jimin Hyun, I'm sorry if I hurt you, but I just want you to know, from the beginning, my heart was always directed towards you."